The gun has just recently been recovered, I understand, that's all I know, and the alleged individual, to my knowledge, has not been charged, but University Police Department, working with the state's attorney, is moving toward that process. That is really all I know at this time.
Where was the weapon found?
That I do not know. I just know it was found.
Details on the victim or the suspect? Any names?
I cannot give you any names of I cannot give you the names of the shooter on the advice of the state's attorney, and of course, because of privacy issues with the victim, I cannot release that at this time.
What were they arguing about?
I have no idea as to motive. That is now part of the investigation, as individuals who may have witnessed are being interviewed, but I do not know the motive. One at a time. No, I know that. I'm very pleased at our response. Remember, our approach is redundancy, and you reach, especially a campus like this, we have so many people who are dispersed. They're traveling, they live in the suburbs, that we use multiple methods. And of course, students have to sign up for their text messaging. But I was here, I got my text alert, and I was here right away, went over to Stevens, and quite frankly, everyone was asleep.
Are there any signs this was gang-related?
I'm sorry?
Are there any signs this was gang-related?
I know nothing about that. This looks like an isolated incident between two individuals at this point. All right.
Do we know the condition of the victim?
I know the condition of the victim, that the wound was above the knee and is not life-threatening. That's all I know.
Was alcohol involved in this at all?
I do not know that.
Can you tell us the class of the shooter or the victim?
The what?
The class, the grade?
Class, they're undergraduates, to my knowledge. What? The what? They're in their 20s.
Female or male?
Males.
Has anyone sought help from the counseling center yet?
I'm sorry?
Do you know if anyone's gone to the counseling center for help?
Has anyone gone to the counseling center?
We have
Go ahead and state your name again.
Brian Hemphill, Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management. Yes, we are currently seeing students in Stevenson at this point, and we also are seeing students within the counseling center.
This is the second time you've had a shooting on the campus. Obviously, this is not the scale that you had 2 years ago. But when you heard that there was gunfire and a student shot, what went through your mind as president who's been here previously?
Well, when you get up, woken on our alert system at 4 a.m., you can imagine, you know that it's not good. We're a very caring and responsive campus before 214 and now, and we go through our procedures and immediately find out the facts, you know, and in the early, and in any of these incidents, what you have to learn to do is get to the facts, because you really don't know. And as soon as I got the facts, I realized we had an isolated incident here and that it was contained. We continue to work on it, and we put in place all of our counseling and other procedures, and I am really impressed at the quality of the people that we have and how we responded. And we will continue to, as we move forward, we will continue to do that.
President Peters, earlier you said that you described this as an altercation. Now,
Yeah.
just be a little more clear. Was this some kind of was this a fight, or was this person who
I-
shot a victim? Was this a
I don't know, and I'm giving you what I know, and words often fail you when you don't have a lot of information. But if one individual is shot by another, I guess altercation's as good a term to describe it as any other. I'm sorry? One. again, to my knowledge. Remember, we've got, the investigation is kind of proceeding on its own.
What do you say to parents who are concerned?
What? Well, I mean, basically, we have a very, very good system for handling this. This is a safe campus. Unfortunately, as I said, these events are occurring too often across this country in schools and churches. And it is of great concern to all of us. But this is an institution that certainly knows how to deal with adversity, and it is very safe. And I think we did respond in an exemplary fashion again.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have the type and caliber of the gun involved?
I do not know that. I can think I'm safe to say a handgun. I don't know guns.
Is there going to be a more increase in security at night?
I think you will see in the next days or so an increased presence, particularly around Stevenson, and events to calm and not to alarm. That's a standard procedure.
You, in one of your statements this morning, said ask students to be on the lookout for anything suspicious. Are you expecting any sort of retaliation, or was this out of an abundance of caution?
I think that was a standard alert at that particular time, and I don't, again, I think what we have here is an isolated incident that a few people saw, and we'll have to let people do the investigation.
Do you believe that the gunman in this case acted alone, or was there?
I have no idea. Yeah, it looks like, I mean, from all appearances, this looks like an isolated incident of an altercation between two individuals.
Where is the suspect now?
In custody. I wish I could say more than in custody, and normally in these things, state's attorney gets involved, you collect evidence, there's an interrogation, and then the individual is usually transferred to, I think, the county. And I don't know where we are in that process. Whatever it is, we're following process.
And immediately after the shooting, there was some searching of an area outside by police. What were you looking for, and how did you know that you needed to be searching in that area?
Well, this is something I can give you some firsthand information, because I tried to get into Stevenson North and there were police tape, and I was gently told by our people to go in another way. But it was, the area where the search was by that lagoon area there. And so that was where where the shooter was apprehended. And so therefore you've got a pretty self-contained crime scene.